Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying inside.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dyin Inside. Today we're looking at 1994's Time Cop, directed by Peter Hyams. So Time Cop was based on a comic published by Dark Horse Comics. I talked a little bit about them when I watched Barbed Wire, which was another of their films based on a comic. I've never actually read the Time Cop comic, but I know the screenplay for the film was written by the guys who did the comic, so that's kind of neat. The only thing I actually know about this film is that one scene of Jean-Claude Van Damme in a kitchen where he's doing the splits across counters. But, you know, at least the question of whether or not he does the splits in the movie is answered, so I don't have to wonder about that. But anyway, I'm looking forward to watching this, so let's dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
I wonder how time cops work, why they're policing time. It's a pretty solid premise for a film.
You all remember Dr. Hans Kleindast? Well, for the past 20 years, he's been trying to keep his face off the cover of Time magazine doing research. His field of research has been time travel.
Time travel.
Yeah, time travel. And that, my good senators, is where you come in. We have to form a brand new covert agency to police this technology and to actually protect time. It'll be called the Time Enforcement Commission.
I guess I assumed time cops would already be a thing, but it's kind of neat that you're seeing the formation of the Time Enforcement Commission. I knew he was going to kick him. Oh, my stars.
This isn't the way I wanted to do this.
Can you wait until I get back?
Sure.
So she's pregnant and going to die before she has a chance to tell him that she is pregnant.
Surprise!
I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon, but it was pretty telegraphed. And Ron Silver is the bad guy. I kind of suspected as much in the opening scene, but I thought, no, that's too obvious. But, yeah. Yeah, they could have been a little more subtle with the foreshadowing. I mean, I had a feeling something was going to happen to her because they went from, the cute banter to the, love scene pretty quickly. And then once she got a little secretive, I was like, oh, okay, she's a goner. So I guess this guy is from 2004, and in 2004, people listened to things that are kind of like cassettes, but futuristic, I guess.
Senator Nelson, this is TEC Director Matuzak.
Mr. Matuzak.
Senator Nelson is the newest member of the Oversight Committee. And Senator McComb, our long-standing committee chairman, graciously agreed to take time out from his presidential campaign to accompany.
Okay, so I guess that guy in 1929 mentioned that Senator McComb, the Ron Silver character, was having people change the past to get him money and threatening their whole existence if they didn't do what he said.
Jane, you wouldn't mind if Agent Walker accompanied us, would you? I'd love to hear about his most recent mission.
I'm hoping that there are a few surprises in this film because I've been able to pick up on, the major twists so far.
I admire your dedication, Agent Walker. I hope you keep trying to get your man. I never quit.
Wait, is that why they tried to kill Jean-Claude Van Damme earlier? Because they found out he was going after them, later in the film. But then they failed to kill him, so why wouldn't they go back and try again?
Lauren, but don't tell me what I can't do.
They'll probably explain that later on. Well, it's kind of funny. The car looks like just a really over-designed Cybertruck. I mean, in 2004, the cars didn't look all that different from cars from 1994. But I guess this is a future where time travel exists, so why not go nuts with the cars?
Play tape.
It's going to look exactly like this when I'm finished.
Hey, widescreen TVs, okay, they got that right. That's kind of neat. So yeah, I wonder if those guys who shot Jean-Claude Van Damme and killed Mia Sara and blew up his house were trying to kill him because he's investigating them now? So he's going to go back in time and save her, and when he comes back to 2004, he's going to have a 10-year-old kid. Okay, so he's in his underwear in the kitchen. I bet this is the part where he does the splits. Okay, here we go. Oh, my stars. That was a random thing to throw in there. Cripes.
11, 10. Oh, God. 8, 7,
So,
5,
are they traveling back in time in a rocket?
0.
Because earlier, I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme seemed like he was traveling through time without the rocket or anything, and going back and forth. And then later, the court sent that one guy back to 1929. Oh, well, they traveled back to 2004, mid-air. But I guess they traveled back in time in the rocket, but the rocket dropped them off in 1994. So I guess they don't need the rocket to travel back in time? Or no, back to the future? I guess that's how it works, even if I don't quite understand it.
We have a difference of opinion. The chip is the future of this company. And since you don't agree, walk away.
This isn't the first time we've had this conversation.
Okay, they definitely filmed this in Canada because I recognize that guy. That guy is a Canadian actor.
The country's going down the drain because of the special interests. We need someone in the White House who's so rich, doesn't have to listen to anybody. It's going to be like the 80s again. Top 10% will get richer. The other 90% can emigrate to Mexico where they can live a better life.
Timely. Oh. 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 Oh.
Have him killed before he joined TEC. That way nobody in the agency ever talked to him or even knew him.
Perfect.
No, it's not. It's not perfect. But it's all we've got.
So I guess now they're planning the attack on Jean-Claude Van Damme and Mia Sara that happened at the beginning of the film. Well, those guys shouldn't have been standing there. I don't know. They should have known better.
This is what you're going to do.
By the way, I haven't mentioned it so far, but future Jean-Claude Van Damme is rocking a pretty solid mullet, which, as we all know, was all the rage in 2004.
It's me. 10 years from now, it's me.
That's not possible.
Remember, Matuzak, the new job, time travel.
Time travel. What? Why?
Let me show you.
She believed that really quickly. They'd better hope that past Jean-Claude Van Damme didn't see future Jean-Claude Van Damme kissing his dead wife in the past. Otherwise, that would be super awkward. Why was he looking at the picture at that angle? And I mean, obviously he was looking at the picture so the camera could see it clearly. But it's a little unnatural to look at a picture at an odd angle and sideways. The one thing that would make this fight better is being able to see it clearly.
That's gonna hurt.
That was fine. Not the best one-liner I've ever heard, but fine. You know, I'm going to assume this won't happen, but it would have been really neat to have seen one of McComb's goons from 1994 who was still working for him in 2004. If he had, like, the 94 and the 2004 versions working at the same time, and he killed the 94 one, then the 2004 one would fade from existence. Because I guess that's kind of the implication of all this. That just would have been neat to have seen more of that. And I'm going to assume at this point, you know, it's probably not going to happen. That looked silly. A little gruesome. Gruesome enough, but also pretty silly.
Destination, please.
Home.
I was thinking that if they really wanted to have like silly futuristic sci-fi stuff like that ugly car, they probably should have set it like further in the future than like only 10 years from 1994. But I guess it would have been a little hard to believe Jean-Claude Van Damme and Ron Silver were supposed to be, I guess, any older than 10 years without going heavy on the prosthetics or something. And I guess de-aging stuff wasn't there yet. I mean, technically, it still really isn't there yet, but... So, that was Time Cop. It was honestly better than I thought it was going to be because I was expecting a really kind of cheesy sci-fi mid-90s movie with a whole lot of like cutting-edge jargon and technology that now is like hopelessly out of date. Little bits we saw like the future Walkman, the future ugly car. It was more like background detail, just to kind of like show the passage of time. And by that same token, they did get TVs right, so yeah. It was good. Felt like they really could have dug into the material and the concept a lot more. But for what it was fun. It was fine. Didn't drag, very well paced. I was kind of shocked this was only an hour and a half, but that meant there really wasn't any filler, got right to the point. I don't know if I was expecting very much from Time Cop, but I was, I guess, pleasantly surprised. Yep, that was Time Cop.